Go. We should officially be live. Let me set up the camera good so you guys can see. I think this is a good view for all of you watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we have a major live stream that we're going to be doing. We're going to be tackling, yes, let's tackle this Thursday. Let's tackle today's Thursday. Officially, today is Thursday, May 29th. And for some of you watching, I'm also going to say, if this is your first time watching, congratulations. You just tuned into one of the best. For all of you watching around the world, dear God, please tell me, dear God, that some of you out here are watching, knowing in fact that we are officially one of the more trendy, yes, one of the more trendy cooking channels and whiskey. We're mainly whiskey reviewers here. Yes, we do a lot of whiskey reviews. I show you good whiskey, and we pair it up with good food. And I also show you a lot of other things, mainly stuff. We have a lot of women that always tune into the streams. So if you're a lady, don't forget you can always be part of the stream whenever. Just in the chat room. Point of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Whiskey Reaper channel, and for all of you that are new, don't forget to subscribe here in the corner. Don't forget to subscribe here in the corner. In the other corner over here, there's a place where you can hit that like button. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're gonna move on. Today on the stream, we're officially gonna be doing the one and only, yes, the one and only, the brand new banger, the brand new, yes, coming out of, well, let's just say this. Coming out of the store, I just got this a couple of days ago, about 2 days ago. We have the box over here because I have something special for a lot of you in that box. And I didn't know. Officially, I didn't know that that box, my box, actually has an envelope. We might undo that one envelope and see what it has inside. But for all of you, this is a review of the Star Hill Farms. Yes, Maker's Mark decided to make something beautiful. Their first ever weeded whiskey. And for some of you that do not know, a weeded whiskey, right now, what it means is you have to make it just a perfect weeded whiskey. You have to have 51% or more weed, okay? And that is what makes this a weeded whiskey. I know that many of you, when it comes to rye whiskey, it has to have more than 51%. If it has to be a bourbon whiskey, it has to have more than 51% corn. But this one has 51% or more, at least 51% wheat. So for a lot of you, I'm just going to say this. It's a beautiful bottle, but I will say, there you go, 50. For all the nerds out there, 51% soft red winter wheat. 27% malted soft red winter wheat, 22% malted barley. So there you go. For some of you out there trying to make whiskey, there you go. I don't know why people like to know all of these things, but there's a lot of nerds and geeks that really want to get down to it. Personally, we're not the channel to really give you dig down deep in all those Mashvilles. You can look that up on Google. What we do here is, what I do, yes, we review them. We make sure you know that it's good. I don't like to waste my money and make sure to tell you guys, ooh, you got to buy it. No. We're going to be reviewing this, and I'm going to tell you straight up in your face, if this is actually worth buying. Now, if I bought the box, I'm going to go off and just tell you if I have the box. That means that I have more than one, and I have a box. A box comes with only 3. So for a lot of you watching, that should be a sign that maybe you should buy one of these bottles. But we're going to review it. And before anything, I wanted to put this up against other whiskeys on here. So I did put up on this one here, Heaven Hill, grains to glass. We put this one on stream. If you guys haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And we also put that Larson, yes, the Larson over here, weeded, another weeded, yes, is a weeded. So I'm putting 2 weeded on here, 2 weeded whiskeys. But this is the first time Maker's Mark has ever done a 51% or higher content of wheat. So, to give you a little rough estimate, I'm really looking forward to this. Review. And we're also going to be cooking. I'm going to give a shout out in the chat room. First one in the chat room was Farm Kitty. Good to see Farm Kitty. AM, good to see AM in the chat room, two of my members. And remember, if you have a membership, I give you a little bit more. I give you a little bit more of a shout out. I give you a little bit more of a shout out throughout the stream. Many people will start tuning into the stream. This is the beginning of the stream. We're just about a couple minutes in. I'm also going to be cooking this up, and I'm going to cut this right in front of you. This is picanha. This is, yes, aged prime beef. Aged prime beef. Oof, look at the blood. Look at the blood. This is real picanha, real good stuff. I want to show you how to do this. I'm going to cut it in front of you also. Some of you probably wondering, what is it going to do with that? I'm going to be cutting it. I'm going to show you how to officially cut a picanha. I know there's many of you that don't know how to cut a picanha, so we're going to make sure to start off by saying we're going to be using a sharp knife. This is a Japanese knife, and if I remember correctly, a Japanese stainless steel knife. So for some of you, I'm just going to say shout out to April and in the chat room. We're going to be using this to cut this, and we're going to cut it up nicely. We're going to cut it up picanha really nicely. But before anything, I want to also say we're also going to be using the Cosmo. This has been really, really good. I've started using this one and I really, really like it. It's really, really efficient and really, really excellent. It's really good. I do recommend a lot of you to get that. It does really have the salt, the pepper, and it has a little bit more extra stuff that many of you should definitely look into getting. I'm going to just say this. I like to mix up a little bit of different seasonings, but lately we've been doing salt, and only salt, yes. I've been doing that, and personally, when it comes to picanha, you kind of want to do that, just salt. But we're not going to just do salt. We're going to use this seasoning on here. You're going to see how beautiful. I'm going to spread out the meat for all of you. I'm going to spread out my meat out here for you. It's going to be real beautiful, so you have to really tune in. And don't forget to be part of the chat room. If I could tell you guys one thing, if you do me a favor, if you're watching from your phone, tap the screen a couple times. If you haven't, tap the screen a couple times. As to get the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, so it gets a little bit higher. I do know today is Thursday, so for all of you, Throwback Thursday, for all of you, you guys remember a time when you remember a time that you remember that time that you really loved? Well, today's one of those days, Thursday. So here we go for all of you. Let's start by drinking something. Should I just start drinking the Star Hill? I think I should. Ooh. Over here, we got a $50 super chat to start the show. Who that? I promise. Who that? I promise. Tomorrow, I'm going to dedicate my time. Who that? And we're going to ship her. We're going to ship her shipment. I finally got the box and everything. It's inside, so she doesn't have to worry. All I need to do is actually have time. I've been with the motorcycle. I needed to do the chain. Anyways, I had a lot of things to do. Shout out to Who Dat with a $50 super chat on the stream. And that's the first super chat right now. And I'm gonna say this for Who Dat. She's gonna love this stream because I'm gonna be cutting up right here. I'm gonna be cutting up this picanha. She's gonna see how I cut it. If I cut my finger, you're gonna see me cut my finger. But I'm gonna say this. Huge shout out to Who Dat. Thank you so much, Who Dat, for being a great support. She says tap. Yes, tap the screen if you haven't already. Shout out to Who Dat with a $50 super chat at the beginning of the show. Who Dat, this is going to be for you, and I'm going to also say for a lot of you, okay? For a lot of you, this is going to be a great stream for a lot of you because a lot of you probably don't know how to do picanha. So for all of you, tap. She says tap. She says tap. Okay, she says tap. All right, so I'm going to start to do this. And yes, I will be shipping out your beautiful stuff tomorrow. Anyways, before I do anything, let's give a huge ovation right now to Star Hill. Yes, Star Hill. Here we go. So Who Dat, we're going to another $50 super chat. Another 50. Here we go. I'm just, we're going to light this up. Let's start lighting this up. We got two $50 super chats. Two $50 super chats. Holy Lord. You're my favorite person on here. Over here, Who Dat. Thank you so much, Who Dat. With another 50 banger. Here we go, Star Hill. Is this hard to find? Yes, it's hard to find. We only show rare bottles and hard to find bottles. And I want to tell you also, we like to buy our bottles out here. Yes, we buy them. Unlike other channels that get them for free. Like I said before, free bottles will always taste good. But guess what? The ones you buy taste like honesty. Complete honesty. If you buy them yourself, they taste like honesty. So I'm going to give you a little review on this one. But before we give you the review, Who that? Who that? Who that? With a $50 banger and another $50 banger. We're already at $100 on the stream. Thank you so much, who that? So let's start doing the steak, the beautiful. I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut them nicely. So who that? I'm gonna ask you who that. Would you like thin slices? I'm gonna make some thin, maybe a little bit thicker. You're gonna see how I'm gonna cut this picanha, and I'm also gonna say. I will say, I'm looking forward to cutting this. Before anything, I'm going to take my first drink, first little sip. So for a lot of you, we're going to do the Star Hill Farm review. All right, Star Hill Farm review. First off, let me nose this real quick. Man, if I can say one thing on here, I tend to think when it comes to wheated, it's going to be a lot of fruits. It doesn't really have a lot of fruits that you might think. It almost has like a. What's the word that I could? It's almost like a cookie, like a Graham cookie, kind of. There's a certain bar. It's like a, it reminds me of the smell, like those wheat bars. You know those wheat bars. I know many of you have had those wheat bars as a kid. Those wheat bars with the little cherry inside or strawberry inside. That's what it smells like to me. It smells exactly like that. It just smells so good. It smells really excellent. So for some of you, here we go. I'm gonna drink this up, but I just want to tell you, so far on this whiskey, it does smell really, really nice. And can I smell this all day? It's pleasantly nice. I can smell this all day. Really good. Can I say it's the most craziest nose in the world? I can't say that. It's good. The nose is really good. So here we go. Let's drink this up. And for who that? With the $100 super champ, two $50 bangers. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Oh. Now, this is what I wanted to tell you yesterday. Some of you didn't see the review yesterday because I didn't really review this. I wanted to give us, ooh, it's so good. It's so good, man. The one thing that hits me, it hits me with a little bit of has like a spice and a fruity note. That's the one thing that stands out to me. A little spice and a little bit of fruity note. And then it just goes down the rabbit hole like if I'm having like a stogie. Like the stogies that I've been having, they have like a milky, chocolatey kind of a palate. And I think we had the Le Bijou, my father Le Bijou yesterday. And you could go watch some of the times when I review stogies, but it gives me almost that right now I'm getting a little bit of that almost like spice, beautiful spice. The spice is really long spice, and I'm getting a bit of fruits. And you can tell my lips are papping. They're papping real hard. Let's drink this up. It's just a cherry. It's a cherry forward fruit with a little bit of almost like a little jammy apple pie, kind of a little jelly apple pie. It has a little bit of chocolate in here, and the chocolate is really, really nice. I'm gonna say the spices were really carrying this throughout the palate, all the way to the finish. On the finish, I still get a long finish, and it just starts blasting just a little bit on your cheeks. You can tell that you have a little bit of cinnamon just popping in your cheeks. Maker's Mark is very, very traditional when it comes to their. By the way, I just want to say this. So, you see this? There's an envelope in here. You see the envelope? Let's get at this. Let's get at this envelope. Before I cut the picanha, let's get at this envelope. Let's get at this envelope. So, this is an envelope, brand new envelope. I don't know if any YouTuber knows this because most of the YouTubers, they get their stuff for free. And I reject companies, right? I reject companies to get anything for free. As Star Hill Farms American Wheat Whiskey 2025 release. I'm just kind of scared to open this right now because if I open this and it says, Jimmy, thank you so much, Jimmy, for ordering this. And I just took it from Jimmy and Jimmy's watching the stream. Holy Lord, can you imagine that? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But it does come with an envelope. We're going to open up the envelope now. And Who Dat, thank you so much. Who Dat, huge appreciation. Who Dat. So before I start cutting this meat, I want to make sure it gets room temperature. Okay, so Who Dat? Who Dat? And this goes for all of you. If any of you are cooking and your meat is still frozen, make sure that your meat, okay, make sure your meat is room temp. If your meat is not room temp, I was gonna say, if your meat is not room temp, it ain't ready to be cut. Over here, Matt, here we go. Oh, here we go, Matt. Okay, here we go. Good to see Matt. Let's drink this up. Ooh, it's a really, really good whiskey. Really, really good. The thing that just stands out to me is that fruity note. Cinnamon, fruity note. A little bit of cinnamon, fruity note. Cinnamon and fruity note is really what's standing out to me a lot. A little bit of spice. You're probably wondering, well, what kind of spice, man? What kind of spice? I get almost like a strong, like maybe a little bit of a nutmeg, a little bit of like a white pepper. It's just at the beginning, and then it just transitions into this almost like a different. This is not even a regular chocolate. The chocolate I'm referring this to is like something crazy, like one of the more expensive chocolates from like I don't know, Czechoslovakia or something like that, or like Switzerland, or just a chocolate you normally don't find. It has that. It has something different. But it does have that almost that forward, that strong, beautiful pop of cinnamon and cherry, and it's going pretty long. The finish is really, really long. So here we go. This is what I'm gonna do. Shout out to Who Dat. I'm gonna open this. I don't know what this is. It's sealed. Okay, it's sealed. If you thought I was trying to open, no, I didn't try to open it. Let's open this up. So each one of your, if you ever buy a box comes with three. A box comes with three. Okay, if you ever buy a box, it comes with three. And if anybody out there says, oh, you're trying to resell them, no, they're actually for the channel and they're for me. Okay, so here we go. Let's pop this open. It's a nice presentation. I mean, I only spent like, what is it, $600 for this? I only spent like $600 for this. Let's see what this is about. And so the brochure literally says, like I was saying earlier, it's the first time that they've ever made. Let's take us out of the way. This is the envelope that comes in. So the brochure tells you that it's the first time that Maker's Mark has ever put out a wheat whiskey, a wheat whiskey. And you can see over here, they're showing you right there. This is the first time they do it. It says the first for Maker's Mark Distillery. It says our first non-bourbon, our first new mash bill in over 70 years. Our first whiskey not named Maker's Mark. Storehill Farms whiskey charts new fields through the use of grains, varietals, and unique barrel selections. Each release builds on the last as we learn more and regenerate the old school culture, making it the first ever of a kind of an annual release. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Shout out to the USA. Shout out to the USA. Let's see the next page. A whiskey in season, rich, varied. Let me see if it tells you notes. It doesn't tell you notes, but it says over here another 100% malted wheat. Okay, it says over here. Okay, so just so you guys know, it's a 7 to 8 year whiskey. It's carefully aged and bold at can strength. This blend of 7 to 8 year old wheat whiskey reveals the nature gifts of the. Okay, I don't want to hear that. All I want to know is how many age 7 to 8 year. It's a blend of 7 to 8 year. I think that's pretty impressive for what they did. Pretty impressive. Look at that. Look at that. And so this is their field, apparently. They've had this field for a long time. They've just never figured out how to use it, and they finally use it on this whiskey we have here, Storehill Farms. Okay, cool. Okay, so they're starting to use their land that they have. I think that's pretty cool. Let's see the next page. Woo! Well, yeah, look at that. Look at this. It even tells you. That's pretty cool, man. Look at this. Nobody on YouTube has this, by the way. Nobody has this brochure. Take a photo if you need to. Nobody on YouTube has this brochure. Pretty cool. So it tells you over here the Mashville Final Blend, Mashville 1, Mashville 2. This is for all the nerds. I'm not much of a nerd, so I really don't care about any of this. But the cool thing is that it's telling you over here, it's telling you where the warehouse information, where the whiskeys are blended and where they're placed across floor 6, across 4 floors. Pretty cool. And it says over here, 5 barrel types. You can see it. So that's pretty cool that they put that on there. I'll see that later. I personally don't find it very. I just don't see this to me. I'm not making whiskey. And that's the last page of this. Pretty nice little brochure that it comes with. Yes, Storehill Farm. Pretty cool. And there you go. I might be the only one on YouTube that's ever going to do this. There's nobody on YouTube that has this, and I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, point of matter is, here we go. Shout out to Who Dat. Let's drink a little bit more of this, and let's really dig down deep. Maybe I'll find a different note. Oof! Who Dat just threw another $50 super chat in the stream. Oh my Lord, here we go. Another $50 banger on the stream. That is literally three super chats, $50 super chats. Holy Lord. Over here, Who Dat? Thank you so much, Who Dat. And Who Dat in the chat room, she says, over here in the chat room, she says, please give a super chat. This is one of the best channels on YouTube. This is the only channel on YouTube that's showing you the brochure. There's nobody out there that buys bottles and shows them. It's so sad. It's so sad. YouTubers don't buy their bottles. So sad. So sad. Over here, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. We have 3 $50 bangers on here. And we have over here another super chat from Matt Stevens. Matt Stevens, thank you so much, Matt Stevens, for giving a little appreciation, a $2 banger. And he says over here in the chat room, Matt, he says, all I can do right now, Reaper. This is all I can do right now, Reaper. He says, $2 all I can do. It's all right, Matt. Thank you so much, Matt Stevens. Huge appreciation appreciation to Matt Stevens. A Ripper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one. That's what he says in the chat room. That's the thing that we usually do on our short videos. We put that on our short videos, and it goes really good. YouTube likes it, and we kept it like that for a good amount of time. You're probably wondering how I thought of that. As a matter of fact, how I thought of that is literally, I just don't like showing anything that's number two. I like to show only number one products. And one day I just did it. And I said, well, I'm gonna stick to it. That sounds really good. And so we've been doing that ever since. Thank you so much. Huge appreciation, man. Thank you so much. I do know that I know a lot of you, you do what you can to support the channel, so I really appreciate it. Let's go back to the Star Hill, the review, and I'm going to cut this wide open because I think it's still a little bit cold, but it's all right. Here we go. Let's drink this up. I don't think you guys understand how good that is. It is really, really good. I'm sweating for a lot of you. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm sweating for all of you. Look at this. I'm sweating for all of you. It's worth it. It's worth it. It is definitely worth it. We're going to use this. We're going to start doing this, Houdat. I can't wait for Houdat to see this. We're going to start cutting this meat. But again, the real review. Is it good? Is it worth buying? You saw the price that I paid for this. I paid about $200. It was like $176 for each one of these bottles, and it's very hard to find. It's the first ever release that they do, a 2025 release. It's 114.7 proof, and it doesn't taste like 114. It actually tastes like 101, 105. Here we go, Houdat. Let's drink this up. It's such a good pour. Is it the best pour in the world? For a lot of people, that might be the best drink that they've ever had in the world. If you're new into whiskey and you drink that, you're probably going to say that's really, really good. Again, it doesn't drift off some of those notes. Again, like I was telling you, I get a little bit of spice, a little bit of a cinnamon in the back end. Which the cinnamon is just hanging on my cheeks. The cherry, have a cherry note, and I have almost like a little apple note that you could taste, which makes this a little bit pleasant too. You don't want to only just taste cherry, which is good. I taste a little bit cherry, mainly the cherry is the dominant fruit on here. The cherry is the dominant fruit, and then you get almost like a jammy little, almost like, I always refer to McDonald's apple pie for any apple that I like. It's like almost a little apple, kind of a jammy note on here. And it's really, really good. So for all of you, if you can buy this, if you have the money to buy this, I would tell you to buy this. Now, the price is, there's where we're getting at. The price. The YouTubers have no idea what the heck they're talking about. I did some research finally. And in the research that I did was, mind you, I didn't look at anything. The only research I honestly did was, I only tried to look at the price. That's the only research I did on this bottle. Because I want to make sure you guys buy this for a good price. So the research that I did on this bottle, everybody online is saying that you get it for $100. I don't believe that you could get this for $100. You can't get this for $100 unless you go to, again, I'm going to say this. I confirmed it. I confirmed it today. Only way you could get that bottle for $100 is if you actually go to the Maker's Mark Distillery in Kentucky. You go to the Maker's Mark Distillery in Kentucky, and you go take the tour. I don't know how much the tour is because I was trying to look for the tour. And every time I try looking for the tour, it tell me, how old are you, Reaper? And every time I put like, I got no age, it didn't let me into the website. So since it didn't let me in the website, how the hell am I going to know how much it costs to go into those tours? But if you do go to those tours, Maker's Mark, it's a Maker's Mark tour, they allow you, if they have this available, to get it for $100. Now, if you can get it at $100, mind you, try to get three of them. I mean, I only paid like, you already heard what I paid, about $200. About $200. So, You definitely have to try to get this if you can get it for $100 after the tour. You don't even have to listen to the guy giving you the tour. Just do your thing. Be on the phone. Be on the phone. Play a little bit of video games on your phone. I don't know what kind of video games you guys play on the phone. I don't play no video games. I don't know. Do they still play that snake game? Still play that snake game on the phone? Play some poker on your phone while you're in tour, and then at the end of the day, at the end they go, okay, fellas and ladies, here we go. You're going to be able to purchase any of these balls, and you can say, perfect. You're just going to purchase 3 of them if they let you. I have a feeling it's one per customer. I don't know. I just have a feeling it's one per customer if you go over there. It would be common sense. There's only 30,000. There's only 30,000 bottles ever made. I don't know why they capped that at 30,000, but I guess they thought that they weren't going to sell any more. I mean, I personally wouldn't think you. If I was the company, and I'm putting this price up so high, I personally wouldn't even think it was that much, right? Who that, right? I wouldn't think that I would have to like put more than 30,000. I guess maybe that's why they only did 30,000 of these. Because if I was a company and I made 60,000 or 70,000, imagine I don't sell all those bottles, then what? I'm stuck. For all of you, I think that's probably what it is. Who dat? Shout out to who dat. Let's drink this up. Absolute banger of a banger. That is really, really, really good. Man, that's good. Ooh, that's better than the last Orphan Barrel release that they released. I think I got ripped off on that one. That was a horrible one. Okay, here we go. We're going to start doing this, okay? Let's start doing this. Let's start doing this, baby. Here we go. The first thing is first. Just want to show you this again. We got a little bit of leakage. We're going to do this on here. Let's cut this open. Woo. Okay, so I'm gonna need some space. I want to show you how to cut this. So first off, this is a picanha. I'm gonna show you how to cut this, okay? So you see the lines. I'm gonna just let's put it over here. Let's start by talking about this. Before anything, let's start by talking about this. There's the cap. Okay, the cap on the top is where all the fat is. You can trim the fat if you want to after. If you want to. Most of the time, they're already pre-trimmed. This one is basically almost pre-trimmed. The only difference is you can still cut down the cap a little bit more. The cap is what's going to give you that beautiful moisture onto that meat. It's going to give you that rich, rich fattiness. It's going to give you that beautiful, beautiful taste. When you're buying a picanha, that's literally what it is. If you go to Brazil, if you go to Brazil, this is their favorite thing to cook. Picanha, their favorite thing to cook. Brazil, shout out to Brazil. In Argentina, they don't like to cook this. They like to cook vacío prime. But in Brazil, they like to cook this. They like to cook this, and they like to cook them small little picanhas. Now you saw the pounds. This was 2 pounds and 2 pounds and 30. 2 pounds and 30. If you get a small one, I don't suggest you to get a 3 pounder. Get something about 2.5, 2.8. Make sure it's a small, good size. I'm going to show you how to cut this, and we're going to cut this right on the stream. If you see me cut my finger off, you'll see it. Okay, you'll see it. But the point of the matter is, there's a certain way to cut this. And I've cut these things so many times that at the end of the day, it really comes down to how you like to eat it. You want them thin slices, you want them thick. How do you want it? That's usually how it comes down to. It depends. There's a lot of guys out there that like them meats big. Oof, did I say that? It sounds wrong with us, doesn't it? Who that? Look, there's a lot of women out there that like their meat thick and big. And to me, I'm going to say this. Depending on the slides over here, we have instant class. I see you, instant class. We got a new member in the chat room. I get to see a new member, instant classic. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for getting the membership. I'm going to say this right now for the new member. Yes. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one. Welcome to the membership club. I'm going to say this. Thank you so much. Huge appreciation to you on the stream. We have been doing really good on the stream. You never know. Every stream is different. I do tell you this, and I do know many of you want to see that Maker's Mark. You saw the Maker's Mark. You got the review. And I really appreciate you for getting the membership. I knew many other people, they get their membership when I'm not streaming. They get the membership when I'm not streaming, so it doesn't show. But for all of you that get the membership, if you get the membership while we're streaming right now, all you have to do is go in the chat room, the channel, click the join button. You could be a member today. It'll last you a month. You can renew it, and you can use the emojis, beautiful emojis. Your name is green. I give you a little bit more attention, especially for some of you that you guys know. Sometimes it's good to be right here, right in front. He says, we in the memby. Yes. So here we go. Let's just talk about this real quick. Okay, so this is a cap, beautiful cap, and the main thing is going to be the back. So the back is where we're going to be working. This is where we're going to mainly be working on. Now, I'm just going to say this. We have to look where the lines, I'm just going to tell you the grains of the lines. So you see the lines? You see how all the lines are going opposite? So they're going this way. Boom. You see this? All the lines. I'm going to just show you. I'm going to use this other side. All the lines are going this way. All right? They're all going this way. And you can see them right there. Okay? Also, when it comes to the picanha, the one part that is the hardest and the one part that isn't as good is the end part. This end part is usually not that good. Usually, by this vein, there's a vein right here. There you go. There's a vein right here. Right in this vein. Anything after that vein, most of the time, is a rough piece. You can still cook it. And I like to give it to my dog most of the time. He likes it. But you want to aim for like medium rare. Right? To aim for medium rare, you have to figure out how big the pieces are. So to cut this, we're going to start cutting this first. We're going to cut over here first. We're going to cut that piece out, and we're going to start doing this. For a lot of you watching, this is going to be a real cut session, okay? So, again, the grains are going this way. So I'm going to be placing this over here. I'll be cutting this like this. Never cut this way. You see the grains are going this way? If you don't know the grains, there you go. Never cut them this way. Okay, never cut them this way. All right? Always try to cut width. So we're going to do it like this. Okay, we're going to put this over here. We're going to start cutting this. I'm going to show you how beautiful this piece is going to come out. And for some of you, I'm not a butcher, man. I'm not a butcher. I'll never be a butcher. I'm the Reaper. The Reaper likes to play with his knives. I like everything dangerous. I'm a dangerous guy. Anyways, here we go. Let's start cutting this. Thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of the stream and really doing a heck of a job in the chat room. Let's cut this up. Do me a favor, ranches. Are we blurry? Are we blurry? Let me know. Are we blurry? Let me know, please. Are we blurry right now? I need to know in the chat room, please. Let me know. Are we blurry? Because I'm not cutting this. I'm not cutting this till we good. Are we blurry? We good? We good? Looks clean to me. Good. Looks fine. Good. Good. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure you guys can see it. So here we go. We're gonna start doing this. We're gonna start cutting the pieces. Now on these, I'm gonna do smaller pieces. I'm gonna do thinner pieces on this one, okay? So we have now the end of the picanha. We're gonna do smaller pieces. You're gonna see how beautiful it looks, and after I set it up, you're gonna see how beautiful, amazing it looks. So we're gonna do smaller pieces here. Holy heavens. Is that what I think it is? Yes, yes. It's good to see. It's good to see Mr. Kruger, yes, Kruger. Shout out to Kruger 007. It's great to see him. For all of you, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. Thank you so much for the rubies. He just sent some rubies on here. He put a high five in the chat room. Thank you so much, Mr. Kruger. It's good to see Kruger in the chat room. I do know that some of you make sure to renew the memberships. For some of you, you could keep that beautiful emoji next to your name. So Kruger, don't forget Kruger to renew it, okay? Don't forget to renew the membership. Okay, let me show you this. Some of you can't see. Oof, let me see this. Some of you can't. Look at this. Look at that. That's a doozy, isn't it? Now, I'm going to say this. This right, oof, I'm going to say this right here blows my mind how beautiful this is. I just cut it in front of you. And over here, who that? Who that says, yup. Over here, another ruby out here that Mr. Kruger sent. Thank you so much. And I'm going to also say, I'm going to realign some of these pieces of Picanha. Who that? Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Everybody out here knocking wood. Thank you so much, everybody, for being members and for adding to the stream. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I need to put this other piece. There's another piece I got to put on here. I got no room. Let's see if we put some room here. Boom. Put this over here. Boom. Put this over here. Boom. It's a Picanha. Oof. There we go. That's how beautiful. You know what? It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be sideways. Either way, it looks good. It looks good, doesn't it? There you go. It looks good now, doesn't it? There you go. Looks good. Hope you guys can see. I'm sweating out here like a pig. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so for all of you, I'm going to say this. You guys, if you don't know already, huge shout outs to Who Dat, okay? Huge shout outs to Who Dat. If you don't know already, Who Dat, huge shout outs to Who Dat. Huge shout outs to Kruger for adding rubies on the stream. For any of you that have rubies left over, use the rubies. Oh, the channel. It adds to the channel. It adds a little bit of spunk on the channel, a little bit of like a GIF. Over here, I'm going to say this. So this is the Picanha. I just cut this Picanha for all of you on the stream. You could do this if you want to, okay? Rupees, yes, rupees. There you go, instant. I'm going to say this instant. There you go, instant. In the chat room, we got a member instant today. Member, yes. Member for life, hopefully. All right, so you guys saw me do this. This is prime, okay? Prime Picanha. Now, if some of you don't know how to cook, it's your first time cooking, my recommendation, use prime. If it's your first time cooking, use prime. Okay, buy prime. It's going to cost you a little bit more money, but you can guarantee that you're not going to waste your time and it's going to taste really good. Here's another thing that I want to advise to some of you. We're going to drink this Star Hill. That Star Hill is so good. It's so good. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that thing. That's how good it is. Another thing, when you're cutting your meat, make sure if you're using a super sharp knife, make sure it doesn't slip on you. Very dangerous. Be careful. Okay, be careful. So this is looking good. Huge props to all of you. Let me know, does it look good in the chat room? Does it look good? The Picanha, I just cut it in front of you guys. Does it look good? Does it look good? Over here, yes, yes. Good, good. You guys think it looks good? Okay, that's good. Looks good. That's good. Okay, good. Good. That's all that matters. It looks good. It looks really, really good. That's what matters. Now, here's another thing that I have to tell you. You don't have to put and keep all of the fat on here. Okay, we're gonna move this, by the way. We're gonna move this, by the way. We're gonna put our water. We're gonna get a pet fish soon, okay? For the channel. For the channel, we're gonna get a pet fish soon. This is my favorite fish, other than the arowana. You guys know what arowana is, but this is. I'm gonna go I'm gonna buy one for the live stream. Okay, we're gonna call it a name. If anybody has a good name for a fish, let me know. Anybody has a good name for a fish, let me know. We're gonna get it for the stream. We're gonna get it for the stream. I can't wait. We're gonna get it for the stream, and you guys are gonna get to feed it. Now you're gonna be able to feed it some. You're gonna be able to feed it some meat. Okay. So, anyways, the point of the matter is that time will come. A time will come. First off, we have to figure out if this is the amount of fat that I want on here. I want this amount of fat, yes. On that one I do. The one that has the most fat is this one. Should I cut a little bit of that fat? I don't think I need to cut it. Looks pretty nice, but I could cut it a little bit. I'm gonna cut it a little bit. So for some of you to see me cut it, I'm just gonna do it over here so you guys can see. All right, let me show you how I'm gonna cut it. All right, there we go. There we go. We officially did it. Now, here we go. We're going to start seasoning this, okay? Let's start seasoning this. Let's get this going. First thing you want to do is olive oil. Now that you have the olive oil on here, we're going to mainly focus on one thing. And the one thing we're focusing on is making sure that both sides get the olive oil. Okay, the last thing you need is the picanha to stick. Now, this picanha shouldn't stick because it has a good amount of fat. Has a good amount of fat content. It shouldn't stick, but just to make sure, we're going to put a good amount of olive oil on here on both sides. Both sides, okay? Put a good amount of olive oil on here on both sides. And you should be officially gold. There you go, look at that, beautiful. You're going to put a lot of layer of that, and you're going to do it both sides, okay? Both sides. Again, that has garlic powder, has pepper. Look at this. Has garlic powder, has pepper, has sea salt. Mainly made to make sure it has sea salt. It has a little bit of pepper. What did I say? A couple other things. I don't even know what it has. But it's good. It's good. I used it on my steak, and it was really, really outstanding. Let's turn this. Again, this is going to be the roughest piece. But I already know it's going to be the roughest piece. The biggest piece is going to be the roughest piece. And usually it's the piece in back of the picanha. I could officially put a little... I could do them cubes. I could do them cubes, but I don't feel like doing them cubes. Doing them cubes is still going to be a little bit tough, regardless. I do know that the neighbor's dog roofing it up. Here we go. I can hear her crying, that neighbor dog. Here we go. So I'm using Cosmo SPG. Man, that's nice. Oof. That looks real good. That looks real good. Real good. Again, this is what I'm using. I'm going to put this over here just so you see it. Looks real good. Looks real good. Looks really, really good. And what you also want to do is, you see the fat, you got to make sure that the fat on the top gets it. Okay, you got to make sure that the fat on the top gets it. It's good. It should get it. Make sure the fat on the top gets it. That should be good. Fan on top. Make sure the fan on top gets it, okay? There you go. Make sure it gets it. Wow, it's a gremlin. It's a gremlin. We got a gremlin next door. There you go. Make sure the top gets it. Ooh, that's a gremlin. Little gremlin next door. Make sure all of it gets. Oof. They add more on that. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're going. We're going. There we go. We're going. Put some more on here. There you go. We're going. Again, Picanha. Pram. Here we go with the piece. Look there. You gotta add it, man. You gotta add. You gotta swap. There you go. Swap the floor. Swap the floor. That's why I tell the ladies, if your booty can't swap the floor, ladies, ain't something wrong. There's something wrong there. You gotta swap the floor. If your booty can't swap the floor, ladies, there's something wrong there. Something wrong. You gotta make sure that your booty can swap the floor. If your booty can't swap the floor, then what you got? What you got, ladies? You can't swap the floor. Booty can't swap the floor. What's going on? What's going on? All right, this is looking good. Make sure I'm getting all sides. I think we have it all. Make sure I don't use up any. There you go. Look good, look good. Look good, look good. Dang, it look good. It looks real nice. Real nice. The sun is officially going down, and we have to layer us up over here. The sun is officially going down. Look at the sun going down. What a beautiful view! What a beautiful view! What a beauty of a view! What a beauty of a view! Let's put the brochure in the box back. Let's put the brochure in the box back. Oof. Got a little gremlin next door. You can see the sunset. Beautiful sunset. It's a good view. This is a good view. I'm going to move this over here so you guys can see a little bit of what we're doing. Now, I want to say this. We're done. We've done this review. We've done this review. Let me take this off. We're ready to use. This is the olive oil that I used. That's the olive oil I used. What a view. What a view. I kind of want to try this whiskey. This one over here is Larceny. I know Huda in the chat room, she loves this, but she likes a regular one. I don't know if she's ever found one of these barrel proofs. I do recommend her to try one of these barrel proofs. I do know there's two Larcenys out there. You can find the regular Larceny or the barrel proof. And this is a brand new one, but there's going to be a new one coming out. This is A125. I wasn't a fan of this. I told all of you, I told the other of you on this one, I said, don't buy back a bottle. I wasn't a fan of this. You could tell that the bottle's not even drank. Look at that bottle. I just got it yesterday. Look at the bottle. It's low. This is not really low. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to really see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to all of you on the stream. We're at $156, $156 on the stream. Let's do this over here. All right, so we're $156 on the support on the stream. Let's see how this is. Let's see how this is. Is this actually better? Now we're gonna start now. We're gonna start now where we're gonna start comparing. And the one that I really want to compare, I kind of did it yesterday. But I honestly want to see today. Today's a different day. Remember, every day's a different day. I want to compare. Is the Heaven Hill grain to glass worth it? Is this the one that's really worth it? I'm out here talking about that Star Hill, right? Is the real one out here to really look into? Is it really the Heaven Hill? Larceny is 125 proof. 125 proof. And let's try this out. Is it going to be better than the Star Hill? Let's see. But before we see, let me drink a little bit of water. Ooh, that water's good. Let's back up just a little bit. Here we go. We back up just a little bit. Don't forget to hit that like button for the stream. For any of you that haven't remembered. Ooh, we're streaming early today. Early. 6:30 is late. It's a new time for all of you. I've been busy. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Larceny Barrel Proof. Let's drink this up. Ooh. It's a weeded bourbon, but I personally tell you that Star Hill is still winning. The only issue with this A1 2025 Larceny, only issue with this is it just has too much. It has too much of a peanut taste. When I'm buying these Larcenies, the last thing I want is just that experience over and over and over and over and over again. I don't like that experience over and over. That one, I can tell you to skip A125. I told the guys on the review, you should definitely skip it. I just don't know how to explain to you how this one is. It reminds me of a Booker's. It reminds me of the traditional Jim Beam product with the Jim Beams. Jim Beams are, well, they're about $100 and something. So if you want to save money, which I like to save money for all of you, right? If you want to save money, you can skip the Bookers that might have a nutty profile, and you can get this. This is a less, like this is like $80. If you really like a creamy, nutty profile, you'll like this. But personally, to me, I don't really want such of a nut. I don't want that nutty profile. I just don't want a nutty profile on a weeded bourbon. Not all the time, especially not all time. I'll tell you that. Let's finish this up. This is Larceny. And so we're comparing these, seeing which one's the best one, which one is the winner, so far. We're gonna see. I kind of need to clean my palate. And so for all of you, I hope you guys are okay with me getting that'd be cool. Just have an aggressive fish for the channel. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Here we go. Let's drink the Larceny. Oh, that's so good. That's good. It's good. It's good, but it's just too. It's too like festival like. It reminds me of like a carnival. Just the smell of like a sweet smoking and nut and roasted nuts and eating roasted nuts in a carnival. It kind of reminds me of that. I personally, I would tell you all the time to skip that one. So that's not beating the Star Hill Farm. That's not beating the Star Hill Farm. But I did put it on here because I said, you know what? We got to get something high proof. Might as well do it 2025, right? On the shortest video that I put up recently, I did not put this one on there. Some of you probably thought I would have put this one on there. I didn't put this one on the 5 great whiskeys of 2025. I didn't put it on there. There's a reason why. It's good, but it's not really to my standard of being number one. That's what it is. It's not to the Reaper standard. It's not to the Reaper standard. So here we go. We're gonna drink a different whiskey. And now is the time that I kind of want to say, these are the ones that I actually, this is the only heads up, I'm going to say this is the only heads up play that I can see. Heaven Hill against Star Hill. I don't honestly see anything better than these two. Out of all the weeded whiskeys out there, I just don't see anything close to this. I honestly don't. And I just want to say again, I want to just, what's the word that I can use? I want to, what's the word that I can use? I want to kind of, by the way, the Picanha is looking ugly. It's looking real ugly. I got to get closer because the look far away is ugly, man. The Screaming Titan is not worth it. I'm going to say this right now. We could put it on here. It's good. We have a member that give me an idea. The Screaming Titan, we could try to put it on here, but I personally don't think that it stands up to this. I just don't think that the Screaming Giant is going to stand up to this. It's a good idea. Let me do that. Okay, so you see, I was just going to say this. I don't think anything will stand up to that whiskey. Now, this one over here, again, I'm just going to repeat again. They came out with a standard of what a weeded whiskey is. These are weeded bourbons. It's a little bit different. This is what we're drinking right now. Let me repeat again. This is not a bourbon. This is not a bourbon. This is a wheat whiskey. Let me repeat again. This is a wheat whiskey, but I can still put it up against these weeded bourbons. This is a wheat whiskey. The difference is you have just wheat on here. Mainly high, 51% or more amount of wheat. On this one, again, I don't even like talking about these percentages. I'm not trying to make a whiskey. I'm not even trying to inspire you guys to make whiskey. But this one over here is 30% wheat. To make this a wheat whiskey, you have to have 51%. And that's a new standard that Maker's Mark has officially dropped on the market. 51%. It has to be 51% or more wheat. And they have done a really good job with that. So now that I'm saying that, let's just talk about this one. This one again, 52% corn. That's why it's a bourbon. It's a bourbon, a wheated bourbon. It does have wheat on here. It has 35% wheat. This has more wheat. This has more wheat. Has more wheat than this. But again, I'm just going to repeat, they're doing a heck of a job. That's why I have a whole box, because they're doing a good job. I'm going to just put this back here. Let me put this one on here. I honestly don't even think that that's going to be a good. I honestly don't even think that. I'm just going to say this. I don't think that Redwood Empire has a chance. What they're doing is yummy. Good stuff. But I just don't see them ever doing anything really out there that's going to be phenomenal. And by the way, again, I'm going to move the box. Is the last time you see the box. Again, the box. Oh! This is why I don't put the whiskeys in here, because if I drop it, Again, the box comes with a brochure. YouTubers are not going to show you this brochure because guess what? They don't got money to buy whiskeys. Unless it's Cheech in the chat room. He got money. He got money. But the point of the matter is, a lot of YouTubers, they're getting these things for free. They're not going to get to the point they get the brochure. It's pretty cool to get this brochure in a box. It makes it a little bit more special. It does make it a little bit more special. But again, we're going to put some of these out here. Let's just move some of these out here. By the way, let's put this. Yeah, anybody says out here that I'm getting a goldfish for the show, a goldfish, you're banned. You're banned for life. You're banned for life. Anybody says you're getting a goldfish for a show, you're getting Nemo? You're getting Nemo? No, I'm not getting Nemo. Anyway, the point of the matter is, I still think this is a great, really good. Anyways, point of the matter is, somebody told me to bring out this. Is a good idea. I just didn't want to pack all of this whole stream full of whiskeys. Good to see Cheech in the chat room. We have got a huge support on this chat room. I really appreciate it. And I'm just going to say this. This is the one that I wanted to put it up against. This is the one I wanted to put up against the Story Hill. I think personally this is the only, yes, wheat bourbon whiskey. I'm gonna have to say it like that, like a nerd. I gotta say it like a nerd. Why can't I just say this is the only whiskey that could probably beat this as close to this? Why can't I just say that? No, I gotta say it like a nerd, because there's a lot of nerds in the whiskey community. You know what? We don't cater to anybody. I don't give a damn. Point of the matter is, I personally think this is the closest thing to Store Hill Farm. Okay, this is the closest thing to Store Hill Farm. This is clocking in at 121 proof. 121 proof. The loser currently right now losing. You might as well give this a Jim Beam, man. Or you might as well just not even release this. Well, they have to release it, right? They don't make money. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I did try both of these yesterday, but I was really in another world. I'm going to tune into this one and see. Is Store Hill Farm better than the Heaven Hill Grange of Glass? And I feel that this one is really one of the best weeded bourbon whiskeys out there. Is this better than Weller 107? Of course it is. Hell yeah. Let's drink this up. You see, it's not fair, though. It's not. That's good as hell. That's good as hell. Well, it's not fair. Honestly, I think it's remarkable. It's honestly not fair. And I'm just gonna say this. This is like a handicap. This is like Mike Tyson just showed up to the room with steroids and just knocked you out. This literally has 52% corn. It's like, how do I explain to you? It's like giving you a sweet boost with that 52% corn. It's not fair, man. It's not fair, but that's the only closest thing that I have that's close to a wheat whiskey. That's a new standard of whiskey, man. A new standard. This is absolutely phenomenal. It's really good. It's phenomenal. We've had American malt whiskeys out there. It's a new craze. I don't think it's a craze to me. I just don't find it American malt. Come on, man. I might as well just drink Scotch whiskey. I did promote a little bit of the High West. They do good stuff. I also promote a little bit of the Yellowstone. They do good stuff too with that some of their malty stuff, American malts. There's also the new thing that they're using a lot of different finishes, different finished barrels. But now the standard is here, ladies and gentlemen. The standard is here, American wheat whiskey. Who the hell has an American wheat whiskey? Nobody really almost has American. Heaven Hill has one. Heaven Hill has one, but it's hard to find. Heaven Hill has one. None of you should. None of you. If you get the chance to buy it, it's going to be like $1,000 some dollars. This should be the standard, and I'm going to say this right now on the stream. This is a standard for an American wheat whiskey. It's really good. If it isn't as good as this, I don't want it. I don't care if Donald Trump is giving me it. Don't give me anything, Donald Trump, unless it's Store Hill Farm American wheat whiskey. If there's any other American wheat whiskeys that get released, they gotta be better than this. But I don't think that there's going to be anything better than this. They clocked in on that cinnamon on there. They clocked in on that beautiful, beautiful cherry note. You get a little bit almost like you don't taste the apple, but you start tasting the apple little by little when you start taking the taste. The oak note, you can taste it a little bit, but it's getting drowned out by the fruit note, the cherry. The cherry drowns it out, and you get a chocolate. A chocolate is the divine. A divine chocolate. I talk about Godiva all the time because I like Godiva. I talk about Hershey's. I like Hershey's. I talk about Milky Way, Snickers. This is the only thing I can compare it to. It's like a chocolate from Czechoslovakia. It's like a chocolate from Poland. It's like a chocolate that you're tasting in here from like Germany, from the Belgium streets. This is like a chocolate in here from a delicate, beautiful, luxurious chocolate from Switzerland. It's just something different, man. I just don't understand how to explain it, but it's an American product. And as an American myself, my favorite chocolate bar is Chunky. I love Chunky. Okay, Chunky has a raisin in there. I don't find any raisins in this, but I do love Chunky chocolate. If anybody out there can buy me a whole box of Chunky chocolate, I'll forever love you, man. I don't care if you don't know your own pronoun. You say you're a cat. You can say you're a cat and you send me a Chunky box of Chunky. You say you're a cat. Hey, I'm a cat. I don't care what kind of pronoun you are. In 2025, you kind of have to care, but I personally don't care. If you're a cat, you're an alligator, you're a gator, you're a cat, whatever it is, a dog, and you send me a chunky chocolate bar box. Woo! That is new level. Let's drink this up. That Star Hill has a lot of work to do when you're having this. That Heaven Hill is no joke. I'm not gonna lie to you and be honest as I always do. That Heaven Hill, you could taste the wheat. The wheat is personally, there's more funk. There's more funk on this than this. Wheat whiskey usually has a certain funkiness. You're probably thinking, what kind of funkiness? Like a Polish girl's musk? No, man, chill the hell out. We're not getting that funky, man. This has a wheat whiskey has like a certain funk. I'm starting to think mentally that it's a funk of like I don't know, like the dust in the fields that gets stuck on the grain. I don't know, man. I don't know why wheat whiskey has a funk. I don't even know if Google knows. If I can ask Alexa right now, she can say, what's funk? I'm going to say, man, not the song, man, not the song. By the way, over here, I think Huda had asked, Do they still make chunky? Yes, they still make that chunky. You know, the old school chunky back in the days in the 90s. It was one of my favorites. The chunky bar. It's a silver package, right? It says chunky. It says chunky. It says chunk. And inside the chocolate bar, it has raisins, like little raisins. If you don't like raisins, you're a punk. Point them out is it has raisins and it has a little bit of nut. It has a little bit of nut. So it has two things that the both genders don't like. Men don't like that nut. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. And then the women don't like raisins in their picadillo. Yes. So it's like it goes both ways. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to Cheech. It's good to see Cheech, man. I know Cheech. He turned his channel from a whiskey channel into a yoga channel, and I thought it was crazy, man. Crazy. I thought it was crazy. Cheech turned his whole channel from a whiskey channel to a yoga channel. I thought it was insane. I couldn't believe it. When I heard that, I said, man, props to him. Props to him. He turned it into a yoga channel. Holy crap, he's going to be the yoga instructor. That's crazy. Yoga instructor. Here we go, drink this up. Crazy, he's going to be the yoga instructor. That is insane, insane. The fact that somebody has a whiskey channel and they turn it into a yoga channel, I think it's pretty cool, man. I think it's pretty cool. They have the nuts. They have the nuts. They have the woodpecker. They have the woodpecker. They got the nuts to do it. I think that's pretty amazing. Shout out to him on his adventure in being the yoga instructor of all the women. That was a dream of mine one time. As a matter of fact, one of my dreams was just for one day was to be a chiropractor, just cracking all those backs of all those ladies. Cracking all those backs of all those ladies. You know, any of you ladies out there need a little crack in the back? I had a dream of that one day, and I said, man, maybe I should do that. And then I realized it's a bad idea. My phone will be blowing up. I already have enough messages already as it is. I don't need any more. Let's drink this up. Store Hill Farm. This is a wheat whiskey, American wheat whiskey. Let's see. I just drank this Heaven Hill, and now I'm going to go back to this one. I don't know why I took this one out. Instant was one of our new members. He said maybe I should drink this. But I remember how this tastes like, and it has no chance against any of these. Has no chance against any of these. I don't even know why I took it out, but that's a good gesture. Remember, don't be scared to say anything on the show. If you have officially added to the show, even if you added $5 or $2, doesn't matter. Add something. Give me an idea on the show, and I could change it up a little bit. On the stream, who that is a huge sponsor and a huge supporter. Here we go, drink this up. I think I'm gonna write Who Dat a letter. I'm gonna write her a letter. I think I'm gonna write her a letter. You're gonna write a letter. She's not watching. I don't think she's watching. I don't think Who Dat's watching. I think I'm gonna write her a little letter. I think I'm gonna write her a poem. But if I write her a poem, then I have to send it Monday. I think I'm gonna write her a poem. I think I'm gonna write her a poem. I know she's not watching right now. I know she's not watching, so please don't tell her. Don't tell her. I'm gonna put it in her box. It'll be a surprise. Store Hill Farm. Really nice. Really nice. I'm gonna say this for a lot of you. One of the things that impressed me about this is this. This is what impressed me about this watch. Let me just put this over here. This impressed me so much. The top of this bottle, it's so cool, man. It's heavy. I could throw this at Tiger Woods' head and I could say 4. I could say 4, and he'll think I just hit a golf ball. It's as heavy as a golf ball, and it's as strong as a golf ball. It's really nice at the top. I'm so struck by the little things. By the way, I'm going to give a huge shout out to George Zaharoff. I'm wearing the fragrance. For some of you that want a fragrance, I'm going to say this. I'm wearing a fragrance that I'm going to be wearing for the rest of the month, maybe for the next 2 months. I got to shut up. Wait a minute. I need to shut up that bird. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hey! Son of wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just threw like a. That's some divine shit just now. I threw like 7 rocks, and they shot around him. Man, that bird, man, that bird. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that bird. That bird shows up like at midnight. It starts doing some crazy sounds. Crazy. Anyways, the point of the matter is Story Hill Forum. You got to get that. That's so good. That's so good. There's like a geese out here, or a goose or something. That thing's looking at the perker. The holy Lord, this is like Jurassic Park out here. That geese, I think it's a geese or whatever it is. It's a bully out here. That thing's looking at the perker, the chirper. He's looking at the chirper like, you come close to me, I'm gonna put my orange paws on your eye. That's really good. By the way, I'm just gonna show this one more time. So I bought the box. So I have bag of this, right? And it comes with 3. I thought that this was gonna be for like somebody. The envelope inside, I was kind of worried to open it on the stream. There's an envelope inside. You can go rewind and see. I was worried that the envelope inside said Jimmy Butler, or it said like Jon Snow or somebody. I was worried to open it on the stream because if it is somebody, right? If it is somebody like, I don't know, P. Diddy or somebody like, I don't know, somebody like, somebody out there that everybody knows, and I kind of be, oof, that would be a bad viral video. Because then everybody knows that I just got somebody else's bottles, and that wouldn't be a good view, right? That wouldn't be the good thing. Everybody call me thief, reaper the whiskey. Oh wait, I am the whiskey. What the? This guy is really a reaper. I don't know, man. Somebody would say something negative. If it says something to like, what celebrity I had, like Derek Jeter or like J-Lo. It said J-Lo on the envelope or something. Or who else is in Miami? DJ Khaled. No, DJ Khaled, he drinks garbage. That's what he drinks. That's why he's so fat. The guy's like 500 pounds. He chugs beers and what the hell's wrong with that guy? That guy should start drinking some whiskey. Whiskey has no sugar. No sugar additives, and it has no sugar. The percentage of sugar you have in whiskey has 0.00047. This bird is about to get a headache like those cartoons, like those Looney Tunes that get those bumps in the head. What's wrong with this thing? Man, okay, we're gonna start cooking, okay? We're gonna start cooking before I put that bird on the grill. All right, so Picanha. For all of you watching, here we go. Picanha over here. DJ Khaled is Diddy Party fan. Who that just said. By the way, I just want to say this. By the way, today the Dallas Stars are going to be playing against the Oilers. In America, we don't like Canadians, but I like Canadians. Anuj Patel in the chat room. A wrench. Shout out to Anuj. It's the only Canadian we like. We don't like Red Drake. I like Drake sometimes, but I don't like Drake. I like Anuj Patel. He's one of our great supporters on these streams. Anuj Patel is one of our wrenches from Canada. And if you ever go to Canada, go check out his store. His store is Enchanted Perfumes in Canada. You go check it out. He's in the mall. The mall is real cool. It has a lot of different stores. It's always good to go to a mall, man. I haven't gone to a mall in a long time. I miss going to a mall. I like malls. But malls, you have to have patience with people. There's a lot of people around who already have issues in the parking lot. Can't find the parking, so I park far away, and then when I park far away, I park like 2 miles away, and then some raggedy car just parks right next to me. Why you do that? Why you do that? Why you do that to me? Why you do that to me? Here we go. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to cook with an open grill. What that means is, if you're watching the stream right now, we're going to be cooking up our food, which was the picanha. I'm going to cook the picanha on an open grill. What that means is we're going to get a lot of heat. We're going to get a lot of heat flowing through. A ton of heat. Look at it. Look at all that. Look at all that. Ton of heat. Boo. We're going to get a lot of heat on here. Shout outs to SHOUTOUTS. Shout outs to SHOUTOUTS. Okay, we're going to get a lot of heat on here. Let me make sure that the temperature is nice. Got to get hotter than this. It got to get hotter than this. Looks good, looks good. Okay, it's pretty hot enough. I don't want to overburn our picanha. So I'm just going to tell you exactly what we're going to do. I'm not adding butter. You can add butter if you want to. I'm using USDA Prime. USDA Prime has a lot of fat in it. So USDA Prime, you don't really need butter. If you use USDA Choice is still good. You can use butter on it, and it's going to help out your piece of meat, your piece of picanha. Since I paid the extra money to get the Prime, I don't need butter. I don't need butter. On the stream, we use to cook this picanha, we use the seasoning Cosmo SPG. This is the one that we use. And I'm going to say this. It's simple. Sea salt, black pepper, garlic, organic. What is it? What the hell? Organic sugar cane. Oof. Got some sugar cane. And spices. Nice. Anyways, before I put the picanha on here, let's drink a sip. Before we put the picanha on here, yes, over here, mustard, salt, or nacho cheese. Dang, nacho cheese. You know what? You just inspired me. I'm going to do some nachos tomorrow. You just inspired me. Thank you so much. Who that? I'm going to do some nachos tomorrow. Let's drink this up. I'm going to do some nachos. All right, let's let this heat up. I think it should be good to heat up. Good. Let me start by saying these are the thicker pieces. I like to put on the thicker pieces first, and that's exactly what we're doing. The thicker pieces are going to be going on first. These are the pieces that I'm putting on here. These are the thicker pieces I'm putting on here. By the way, for all of you that do not know, today the Dallas Stars are playing. So for anybody in Texas that has to go and watch the game, pregame and watch the game, huge shout outs to you. I hope you win the game because I can't stand the Oilers. I can't stand the Oilers. Ribiku, you know what time it is? We're number one. Yes, yes. Our team is the Florida Panthers. There you go, the Florida Panthers. Shout out to the Florida Panthers. But the Oilers are going to be playing today against the Dallas Stars. So I kind of feel April. Her nerves are up, even though she got no money on the game. She got no skin on the game, except Texas, right? Except being a Texas. Being from Texas, right? Being from Texas. I think that's enough skin. That's enough skin. All right, so we're putting this on here. Beautiful. Is it getting hot? Of course it's getting hot. Though I want to make sure that these pieces of, what is it called? These pieces get a lot of heat. I don't want too much heat on here. I want a small amount of heat. Looks good, looks good. Oof, I can hear the sizzle. I can hear the sizzle. I can hear the sizzle, beautiful sizzle. Shout out to April Neal in the chat room. Shout out to April Neal in the chat room. And there we go. We're starting to get some flames. Now this is the part that gets really good. All right, here we go. This is where it gets really good. Watch this. Watch this. It's gonna get real good. I had to pay my elephant real quick out of Super Chat in the chat room. And before we do the Super Chat, let me just say this. Here we go. Let me just show you this, okay? Let me show you this. April, here we go. April right now with the Super Chat. Here we go. Boom. Ooh. Ooh, did you see that? Ooh. Look at that. Ooh, you saw that, didn't you? You saw that. Watch this, April. Ooh. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it away from the flames. That's a lot of flames. I'm going to just show you this, April. Here we go, April. Let me just show you this. She said the $10 super chan. Oh, oof. Oh, that looks ugly. Looks like a roach, but there you go. It looks good. Ooh, she saw that. Okay, I'm going to put it back on that flame. We're going to make sure that this gets a little bit lower in those flare-ups. Those flare-ups need to calm the heck down. Over here, April with a $10 super chat. She says, "Go stores, Papa Reaper, stay sexy, wifey, and who that? I love ya, Reaper crew. We're number one." Thank you so much, April. Huge appreciation to April, and also on who that's part on the stream. I don't think you guys understand when I get good support, it gives me like a win, and I feel good, right? I feel amazing, and I do appreciate each one of you that are here. Eddie Romeo, I'm gonna be sending him his package too. I told him a while ago, I've just been busy. He says, all right, I'm gonna send him the package, Edgar Romeo and Huda. I'm gonna send them the package tomorrow. I finally did what I needed to do. Motorcycle I should be riding this weekend, so I have a little bit more time on my hands. Point of the matter is, one of the main things you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't want to overcook this, okay? Don't overcook this. Don't overcook this. You're going to be working on the fat very soon. The fat is the port on the side. Shout out to April Neal. The fat is the port on the side. You're going to see what I mean. But the fat is the port on the side that you got to really, really work on. You see some of these flames? I can start working on it now. Let me start working on it now. Oof, that's hot. That's real, real hot. Let's start moving some of this. Let's start moving some of this over here. Damn, that's hot. Holy Lord. Woo. Dang. I think I took off my finger just flew off. Damn, that's hot. Oh, my Lord. Well, that's good. It's hot enough for me to finally put the final thing pieces. So for all of you, shout outs to Mr. Ruger, right? Kruger on the stream. He sent some rupees on the stream. Also, shout outs to Matt. He sent a little appreciation on the stream. Huge shout outs to April with the $10 super chat. Huge shout outs to Who Dat on the stream. We're about almost close to $200 on the stream. And now it's finally time for me to do this. Here we go. Finally time for me to do this. I'm going to do the thin pieces of... This is where it gets good. These are going to be the thin pieces of picanha. Thin pieces of picanha going on right now. Here we go. Looks good, looks good. Oof. Look at how that picanha's looking, but I gotta do the fat, man. That's the fat I gotta do. I gotta do the fat. If I don't do the fat, what you doing? If you don't do the fat, what you doing, man? If you don't do the fat, what you doing, man? Let's put this sideways. If you don't do the fat, what you doing, man? Okay, this should be done. It should be done. Remember, pecan, you don't want to put it on too long. This should be done. So I'm going to start taking out some pieces. I start taking out, wait a minute. This needs some work. Wait 10 minutes. I'm going to start taking off the other pieces. Start taking off the other pieces. This is a big piece. Let's put it on. Let's all put it on here. Let's just stack them. Screw it. Looks good. Woo! 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 These are good to go. These are good to go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now what you're gonna do is a Picanha is a USA Prime. You can't ruin this, honestly. You can't ruin this. It's gonna keep the flavor, but you're gonna have to close the grill. Now, the way to close this is the bottom grill and the bottom vent. There's a vent. There's a vent in the bottom. You close it all the way. Close it all the way, and then you're just gonna close the top. Okay, you're gonna close the top. So let's close the top. Let's close the top. Whew. Close the top. Let's close the top, and now, woof! I can't wait to have this. Here we go. Let's back up. Let's back up. Great stream so far. Great stream. Great stream so far. Oof. Oof. Oh, that tastes so good. That tastes so good. Put some of these pieces over here. Some picanha. Oof. How do we put this? How do we put this? Because it's hard to put this on the screen so it's presentable. This is officially presentable. I believe this is good. I think this is a presentable photo and worthy, yes. Worthy view. If you don't think it's a worthy view, let me know in the chat room. I think it's a good view. If you don't think so, let me know. Let me know. If you don't think so, let me know. Oh man, I can't wait to eat this. Oof. You know what? Let's do this. Let's spread it. Let's do this. Let's spread it. Let's spread it. Put it over here. There's another piece. Oof. It looks like it doesn't look like we have a lot, does it? But we do. How do I put these pieces? There you go. There we go. Man, that looks good. I hope who that is enjoying her night tonight. And for all of you that are watching, ladies and gentlemen, picanha. Picanha, there you go, picanha. This is as soft as it can get. When you cut it, you see the grains. When you cut it, it's going to be so good. You got the fat. I cut most of the fat on there, so it should be a good amount of fat that I need. That tastes so good. Now, before I do end the stream, or even talk about ending it, I'm going to end it right now soon. So for all of you, start saying your last words. Start saying your last words. We're going to end the stream soon. On the stream, it has been a phenomenal stream. I showed you a review of the Store Hill Farm from Maker's Mark, their first ever, and probably the industry's first ever American wheat whiskey. I'm going to say this, that thing is real good. I don't really think that there's any other company out there that can do something like this. I personally don't think so. But then again, you never know. You never know, right? Next week, somebody's saying they're going to release something. Only one that can stand the chance is this company. Only one that can stand the chance. Heaven Hill. They do good stuff. If there was mainly wheat, is it going to be as good as this? We'll never know till it happens. But I think Maker's Mark and Heaven Hill will have a showdown eventually. This wasn't a fair showdown because this is a wheat bourbon. It has more corn. This also has more corn. But you know what? I just want to drink this. Redwood Empire. We had a new member today. Don't forget to get your memberships if you haven't. Membership, you can go on to the channel. You click the join button. You could join the membership. You could watch those videos, those private videos and private live streams. Let's pop this in here. Let's pop this in here. And let me just say, I personally think this is the most playful and yummy, best, all-around inspired bottle out of all of these. I think one of the best wheated is really this one. The best wheat, the real American wheated whiskey is the Store Hill Farms. But I'm going to say this. That Redwood Empire, the Screaming Titan, we reviewed this one before. I told you how good it is and how yummy it is. It's a good, yummy whiskey. That's all it is. It's nothing to break the bank, nothing to go crazy for, but it's really good. Let's drink this up. That's just a good, yummy little pour. That's all I can say about that. Is it outstanding? I can't say it's outstanding, but it's something that makes my mouth really enjoy the flavors on that. And it also allows me to tell you guys that if you have it in your bar, you really enjoy it. I'm going to say this for all of you. We're going to end the stream now, okay? We got a huge amount of support on the stream. We're at 100. What is it? $167. $167 on the stream. Huge shout out to all of you. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that like button. I gotta eat up my picanha. Can't wait to eat up my picanha. And on this stream, you guys already know I wanted to do something simple. It has sea salt. and it's real good. Star Hill is the main product on the stream. Good stuff, man. Get yourself one. If you could get yourself two for 100, I would get myself four of them. If it was $100 a piece, I would get myself four of them. But that's my personal opinion. You guys can take that to the bank. For all of you watching, you guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in to the stream. We have had a productive stream. Shout outs to the USA, U.S. Marines, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and the U.S. Space Force battling the aliens over there on the moon. Shout outs to all our law enforcement, essential workers. Essential workers, you got to find another job in 10 more years because the robots are going to replace you. But we appreciate you right now. Shout outs to the nurses, the doctors, the EMTs. Shout outs to SHOUTOUTS, the biggest super channel on the stream. April, thank you so much, April, for adding to the stream. Thank you for everybody that added a little appreciation to the stream. Thank you for the new member, Instant, that got the new membership on this live stream. I know everybody usually gets it off the live stream, but get it on the live stream. It makes you a little bit more appreciated. I give you a little bit of a shout out. So for all of you watching, hey, you guys are amazing. Is this a buy? Is this a buy? Star Hill, find a review on Star Hill 2025, 114.47. Yes, it's a buy. Really good bottle. I think I'm going to drink the rest of that. It might take me up to December, but it's really good. You guys know what time it is. We're number one. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. If you haven't, comment down below after this stream. Let me know what you think when you cook something up like this. Remember, this is medium rare. Don't let the colors officially tell you, you know what, he cooked it well done. The inside is medium rare. Medium rare. I love this. I love it. It tastes good. Shout out to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, Florida Panthers going all the way to the White House. They're going to win the Stanley Cup. Shout out to all of you. Reaper officially. Reaper officially sign out. I'll see you all soon. Tomorrow, Friday. What did I say I was going to do? Nachos. Hit that like button. Don't forget. Hit that like button. We tackle that Thursday. Reaper sign out. I'll see you all soon. Reaper sign out. Who's going to be the last one I see in the chat room? Farm Kitty. I see you, Farm Kitty. I'll see you soon. April. Good to see you, April. Who that? Man, all of you. I see you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, comment down below. I'll see you soon.